the Björketorp Runestone in Sweden is possibly part of a grave field of solitary and forming stone circles. It's among the world's tallest Viking runestones at 14 feet tall, which dates back to the 6th or 7th century. But the most famous thing about this runestone is the curse that allegedly was cast upon it. And this cursed object has fascinated countless people over the centuries, yet still remains enigmatic and open to much speculation. Some claim the stone is the marker for a grave, to which a curse was used to protect against intrusion or desecration, though others think it's a memorial of sorts to a possible grave elsewhere, to some lost warrior on a distant shore, but still others think that the Björketorp Runestone is a shrine to the one-eyed god Odin. The maledictum runes that cover the stone translate to the following. I, master of the runes, conceal here runes of power, incessantly plagued by maleficence. Doomed to insidious death is he who breaks this monument. I prophesy destruction. There are other translations with debatable meanings, but this is the overall gist of the runes. Though all translations get the point across that if you mess with the stone, expect messed up stuff to happen to you. The runes are written in Elder Futhark, the oldest known form of the runic alphabet. In 1914, an archaeological investigation around the stone showed no signs of human remains, though it's interesting to note directly under the stone and the immediate area could not be excavated for fear of damaging the artifact, so we may never know what's under it. It sparked a lot of speculation of what could possibly have been the Björketorp Runestone's purpose. It would have taken an immense amount of work from many people to fashion the stone and put it in its place, which some think indicates that it's part of some esoteric ancient religion to honor the Allfather Odin, the runestone being a place of worship or some other spiritual purpose. One of the few things that we know about the Björketorp Runestone is that its mysterious curse mentioned in the runes seems to be real. Basically, anyone who has ever disrespected the runestone or tried to damage it in any way suffers a horrible fate. A man once tried to remove it, wanting to cultivate the land and build a farm in the area, and it was a calm weather day, no wind, blue skies, nothing out of the ordinary. He meant to heat the stone with fire, then crack it by pouring cold water over it, which is an incredibly effective form of masonry and stonework in ancient times. But as he went to light the fire, a powerful wind came out of nowhere and blew the flame back towards him, setting his clothes and hair on fire. The man burned alive, unable to stop the flames, and he died in a slow flaming agony. The runes are Proto-Norse, and built by the precursors to the Vikings that we know and love today. But the history of these Proto-Norse is shrouded in a veil of mystery. Many runestones contain the name of the tribe that created them, but the Björketorp Runestone is lacking this, with no rune naming who created it or to which culture or tribe it might belong to. The Norse runestones have always been associated with magic, ever since Odin gifted them to humanity, and the runes of power and destruction are all across the Björketorp Runestone. With rune curses discovered to be made by women on other runestones, it's highly likely that the author of the curse is a vulva, or volve, pronounced in Danish, who was a Nordic seeress, or witch. The magic of the runes and the Viking Age magic known as cedar in general was mostly practiced by women other than Odin or unmanly men. So this makes sense from our understanding of Proto-Norse history. It's highly likely that the Björketorp Runestone was erected by a group of people, probably a whole clan, while being led by one of these vulva, who had a leadership role that was very respected in all of the early Norse cultures. The Norse runestones are also steeped in heavy symbolism, with many words having different meanings depending on the context, which has led some researchers to suggest that it's possible the stones could have been an area for initiation of warriors. However, despite all of the scientific research, there is still just speculation and theory surrounding these runestones. And even after all of these centuries until modern times, people still believe in the power of these runes, with few daring to test the curse.
you.